It's week 4 of the 2024 season.
And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bills and the Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by... Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown to interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It can lead to an awful lot of L's.
He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. They motion Cup over right. Trying again, following the sack. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Third and a lone yard coming up. Wilson to throw it. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
Now it's Lance. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back now, pressure on its way. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Tight end in motion right. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Bills crowding the passing lanes. They've got a dime look here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Lance. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep?
Well, Sean McDermott didn't like that call. We can tell he's got the challenge flag out.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. We'll have them gain about a handful there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 14. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Automatic first down.
This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Able to get it to Moore. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A tight end in motion now. 3rd down from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They got to jump up front as long as none of their guys went early, and this is going to give them the first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Automatic first down.
A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Lance now. To the outside and complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal, it's an option to the left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
3rd and long for him here. That heater is going to fall to the turf. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and goal. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bullock's kick is good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They motion the tight end over. First down, here's Russ. Snared by the running back, here's Trey Benson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. This is ahead for about 5. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano. It's going to be a gain of 5 on what will be the final play of our opening quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd down and 5. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Slot man motioned over. From the 39. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Throwing his Lance. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Ezekiel Elliott makes the catch. He's got to gain a 6 there. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Sticking in the air with Wilson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defense coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lance. Complete to Pearsall. And this one does not go far.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Another one for Cook. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They'll try the right side with Cook. Dukes out a 1-stop. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going play action. Completed to Hurst. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running back sent in motion. From the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets loose down the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Bills trying to make some noise before halftime. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Taken in by Noah Fant. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Russ is cooking again. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a one-score game before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills cut it to a field goal game.
Bills 7.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lance. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 38. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Good coverage by Andrew Phillips.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The Bills' offense takes over. Not much time remaining in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Wilson on 1st and 10. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is in! And they got it back. Looks like they covered it just before it went into the end zone. Wow! Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. The give now to Benson. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Benson once more. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Throwing from the gun here. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Now it's Lance. This ball's caught by Pickens. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jack Jones making that tackle. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate. Thanks very much.
Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the 2nd half. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Connects with Cook. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line. So the Bills going with a dime package now on 3rd down. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a 1st down.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Bills will take over possession. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And off to Benson to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Able to get it to Benson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Mims with the grab. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, here's Russ. Finds Mims. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Wilson to throw again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. This is Cook on the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Lance. Pass complete to Cook. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's Cook. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Take it ahead down to the 33. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now run by Cook. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
We're in the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Lance now. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run it with Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Finding Hurst. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Lance. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bills and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. He completes it in traffic. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bills.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. New set of downs for him from the 46. Cock the motion man left. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Once more, it's Wilson. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st down throw from Wilson. Complete to Mims. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Russ now from the gun. Cup on the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be one of the shortest completions I've ever seen on a curl and go. That route's like a fine wine, kid. It gets better the longer it matures. That court came out a little early that time, and it was only a small gain.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Option play they give to Benson. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Runner pass, which way they want to go to convert on 3rd. Wilson now from the gun. Has it in close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And he's brought down for a loss. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Elliott straight ahead. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They give up the gut to Benson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Trey Benson, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead down to just 2. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw, it's Lance. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Now it's Cook, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Again, it's Cook. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Man in motion out of the slot. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
That's more on the quick slant. And he works this to the 38 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 38-yard line.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens up by just a couple of points. First down carry for Connor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. Third down. Another one for Cook. And they take him down right along the 30. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills set to take over offensively. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Back to throw. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Setting up to pass. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the in route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Now to throw. He harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.